Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's a Saturday, and I thought today I would break out my vintage baseball coin collection, if you will. I have this displayed in my office, kind of in a larger case. I've got it opened up, but it kind of looks somewhat similar to that as I pan out a little wide angle. But I just wanted to go through some of these coins and kind of tell you a little about the background of the sets. You'll see it's a lot of the players that I play or collect from my vintage collections, and that's kind of what drove me to start collecting. The first one there is that Armor, Frank Thomas. It's pretty nondescript. I mean, I almost think of them like crayons or something. They have that the red. There's some blues. There's some greens, obviously, and they're very unimaginative. It's the beginning of the coin sports card advertising, and Armor Meats was one of the first ones to do this. I know in '56 Topps also has a pin, and we've seen pins, and we'll see a few more pins. But for the most part, coins, I think this is one of the earlier types of advertising there. Got an Ernie Banks as well. The '62 Salata coins was pretty revolutionary in the sense that it was one of the larger sets issued, about 221 examples of these. So a larger set. What they've done is they've just taken kind of like a plastic coin and then inserted a paper image in the front. And they have various colors and such. I've got quite a few good examples of that from some of the guys I play or collect. You know, McCovey, Frank Robinson, Cepeda. Got a nice Richie Ashburn late in his playing days. Now on to '63 and Salata tea and junket. So these are coming from tea and pudding packets. So, marketing for the kids so they, have mom go buy Salata tea or the Jello. Hey mom, I want to get a coin. I want to get a coin. I can imagine myself asking my mom about that. But these are in high grade. These are they called these the All-Star baseball coins. So 63 in the set here, so much smaller variation. And there's a variation without jersey buttons. This one's the one with for the Marischal. And Frank Robinson's looks really good. You've got the National League in the red and American League in the blue. And then Topps, once again, capitalizing on some of the success of some of these other coins, starts making these in '64 as an insert to their packs. These are some of the lower numbered ones. You can see that they're kind of silverish. This one with Jim Bunning from the American League is kind of a goldish, so I'm assuming they did like a silver and a gold variation, depending on American or National League. And then they did later on, they did 44 All-Star coins as well, with the American League being blue and the National League being red. Just some really cool examples. I really don't know, like, what PSA, when they're grading these coins, if they're just looking for chipping on the paint, or I really don't know. But I've tried to get them in a 7 or higher if I could. And I've picked these up years ago. They're a little bit more pricey now, but still not so expensive that you couldn't go out and buy them if you're interested in a really cool old London coin set. Now, once again, food and beverage using baseball as an advertising tool to get youngsters to buy their product. Old London was a snack provider, and so they threw these in there. And they're made by I'll go ahead and flip the back here. They're made by this company called Space Magic. It's the same company that made these in '64 for Topps. And they would be the same company, as we'll see here in a minute, that'll make them in '71 for Topps as well. Let's go on to '69, these Major League Player Association pins. Some of the key players I collect. Got the Drysdale, the Gibson, the Cepeda. I think I got a McCovey under here in a nice 7. This Marshall I have in a 6. Got it in a 7 too. And then the Frank Robinson, because now he's in the Orioles. So the American League is red, National League is blue. And then a much tougher set, this Kelly's Potato Chips 20-card set. You can tell, I'll flip it on the back here, it's kind of a pin. But much larger than these '69 Player Association pins. Now, one thing to note, I wanted to note before, that these have been counterfeited quite a bit. You see there it says Winona, Minnesota. That's where these were produced. If that is not on the coin, it is a counterfeit, because a lot of these popped up in the early '80s. because people could, just make their own. They had back in the days, people could buy those machines. You could make your own little pen with whatever you wanted to do, and they were just pumping some out, and they got into the market as so there was some confusion on what counterfeit was and what was real. But if it says Winona, Minnesota, that's what you're looking for a legitimate one. And then last thing in the 60s, these coins from the Citgo company. They were celebrating the 100-year centennial of baseball. See the baseball centennial on the back. Not a very imaginative set, but there's 20 of these, and there's some good Hall of Famers in that. I've just got the McCovey and the Jim Bunning. And then lastly, from the 70s, I'm going to pan this way, and I'll come down here. The 71 Topps coin set. Some cool imagery. It's one of my favorites. The Bob Gibson, Gaylord Perry, Harmon Killebrew, the Joe Morgan, and the Juan Marichal, to name a few. Cool stuff, man. All vintage. Not that overly expensive, but I think they really pop when you put them together here as I pan out one last time. But I just wanted to showcase that and show that off for you today. Once again, everyone, I appreciate your post, your comments, and I'll talk to you again soon.